Michelle's name is before Patty's name. Can we have Michelle up here to say why you are standing for election as president for term 2011-2013? Michelle. As the most scruffy-looking president, look at her.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michelle. As most of my friends may know me as Suyen, I'm from the batch of 1989. I've actually prepared something, but since Teresa said 2 minutes, I get straight to the point. Okay? Yeah. I actually want to say thank you to Teresa, to Carlo, to Christina, to Angie for their tireless dedication and for all the hard work put together to organize this AGM. I have learned a lot having to work with them, alongside with them, and also as an observer. One evening I was called upon to seriously consider and undertake the role and duties as the next incoming president of the Assunta Alumni. Today I avail myself to you in the presence of every fellow member assembled here. I wish to express my grateful thanks. Thank you all for the favor with which you have been pleased to look toward me, giving me this honor to declare a sincere consciousness that the task is above my talents and that I approach it with those anxious and awful presentiments which the greatness of this calling and the weakness of my ability so justly inspire. Many of whom I see here today, all of you remind me that I shall find resources of wisdom, of virtue, and zeal and dynamism on which to rely under all difficulties as established and paid in other high authorities provided by our Constitution. I believe with the new voice of the Assunta Alumni this year, with so many young and newcomers, announced according to the rules, we will arrange ourselves accordingly and unite in common efforts for the common good. All of us here will bear in mind our alma mater, the sacred principle, that though the will of the majority is in all cases to prevail, that will to be rightful must be reasonable, and that minority of those who are lesser privileged than ourselves possess equal rights. Now let me tell you my dream, okay? I'll just go straight to it. Thank you. I think this position I take very seriously, and those of us who will come to this position really need to answer to all of you. Right? I have a dream, and it is my dream that we will champion being the first alumni in establishing a research and development trust fund for the next generation of Assunta. We have had great dinner and dance, reunions. I think it's time we leave a legacy. You know, being that platform for the current Assuntarians and those who may not have had the access to higher education. What about them? I have been helped. I was a late bloomer. I went to university at age 27 with a scholarship which the local people wouldn't even give it to me. All right? And I am here today willing to dedicate my youth, which will require 2 terms to actually make this dream come true. And I will give that youth of mine to this project. All right? I may be young, but with experience enough in subordinate offices. My last job as a managing consultant analyst with a Swiss-based company enabled me to travel to Indonesia and China. I've actually been part of a crisis relief team in Indonesia, working alongside with the tsunami victims, the children. I've managed to lead a team to spearhead in art therapy for these children, for women, and even for the men. All right? I have had the privilege of undergoing crisis relief work training as well. And if those of you who are coming into the committee new, and you are ready to reinvent yourself, ready to learn, unlearn, and relearn, I am your answer, and I will work with you, and I want to work with you, and I will train you personally. I feel that this is the year we need to reach out. We need to be externally focused. The school have us. We are the AA. We don't have to serve the AA. We, the AA, will serve our people in this country. We will serve the students, and they will be our successors. And I hope, that you will make the right decision, the right choice, whichever candidate, but to be able to take us to a much higher level. Right? Okay. I am 39 years old.
Okay, we have Q&A afterwards, okay? Let's hear Petaling wind up.
Alright, before I finish, as I walked around just now, I stumbled upon a blue piece of paper. I'm actually rather disturbed and a little disheartened because it does have a list of names of whom you should vote, who you should vote for, and suggesting that we shouldn't vote for the newcomers. Shall I read this to you? It says, please vote for members who serve one or more terms in the AA. Not that the younger Assuntarians can't lead the alumni, but they must have worked with the committee to carry on the Assunta spirit. We want a committed committee, not like some in the current committee whose names are registered with the ROS, but hardly turned up for meetings or helped in any activities, leaving all the work done by co-opted members. New nominees will be co-opted in after AGM. I'm not quite sure the intent and the motive of this and whoever distributed this, but please, this is only an alumni. We're here to serve together, right? Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Michelle. Okay, I was under a little fire that why allow, I've always soft, Okay, you all have heard Michelle. It's up to you. As Michelle said, this is an alumni. Sister said, both are Assuntarians, both are lovely girls. It's up to you. As for the piece of blue paper, I confiscated a whole lot of them. Someone brought to my attention that this was, some of you may have seen it here. I wasn't the one distributing it. I confiscated it, okay? So that one piece happened to fall into Michelle's hand. But I think it is all okay for people to canvass. Now, if Michelle, I don't know whether I want to say it here or not, you may have done it outside the hall, outside before coming today. You have done a lot, I know. We all know. Pat has not done anything. Okay? So, yes. So if Pat's supporters, it's definitely not from Pat. I know it's not from Pat because I got it from someone, one of our supporters. And she asked me for 2 more pieces. I said, no, keeping on the whole lot of them. Okay? So I'm not going to say any more. It's up to all of you to decide. All right? Yes.